All right, you guys are not going to guess what we are doing today. We're actually working on Bob again. That's like, I think 2 videos in a row maybe. So in this video, we're going to get the strut tower bars in place, and you can see that one over my shoulder there is already, they're actually both already tacked in place. We're going to make some brackets that secure the strut tower bars to the strut tower. And then we're going to trim a bunch of metal away that is still there. So let me show you what's going on. And then also stick around, because later in the video, I have some bonus track footage that I'm going to add. And good grief, man, I got stuff all over me. Okay, so anyways, got some bonus track footage that I'm going to add. And yeah, it's some stuff we did on a track rental a couple days ago. So anyways, check out what we got done already. So I think I covered a little bit of this before, but the strut tower bar is, it's actually welded in place. You can see it's welded there. That side is welded there. It's tacked on the inside of the car. And what we're going to make right now is a bracket that goes under here, matches this radius and fastens it to the strut tower, because we are going to cut, excuse me, Mr. Level, we're going to cut this piece right here completely gone. Eventually we're going to get around to cutting the face of this out and then cutting the back of it out, something like that. I have already started on the brackets. For the OGs that have been around a while, you will remember this. For those of you who have not seen it before, check it out. Easy way to make some cool looking brackets. Here we go. Okay, I keep saying brackets. They're actually gussets, but I got part of it done. Look what we got here. So this is just a piece of 2x3 tubing, 1/8 inch wall, hole saw strategically placed. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this thing something like this, and then probably something like this. And that's going to be the bottom gusset for the front of both sides. And the reason why it's the front is because this gap right here on the front of the strut tower is a little narrower than the gap is on the rear of the strut tower on both sides. Okay, one bracket cut, needs to be dressed up, but we went from the hole saw, which it started out as one piece. We put the hole saw in the middle. Then it went to this. Now it's gone to this. This is the scrap. And this is the bracket. And that bracket goes over here. And kind of hard to tell by the camera, but it fits perfect. So we're going to roll with it. And then it's going to get welded in place here and here, which is what gives the strut tower its strength back from the stuff that we cut out of it. And since we're cutting out more, so time to get the other ones dressed up. Okay, I think you can see that, but that bracket attaches to the heavy part of the strut tower, and where that hole saw went through, or where that radius is, fits that bar just right. We cut it back a little further so we have a good place to weld to. And that is a wrap for those 2 braces. So we got to add 2 more, a little bit further back in the strut tower, right about here, I think. Again, to the heavy part of the strut tower. And then what we're going to do up here is we're going to cut this edge off. And we're going to put a nice piece of sheet metal there, or heavy sheet metal I should say, and weld it to the top of the strut tower, and it'll blend in nice. And then that will be a wrap for that part of the project. And then we move on to more cutting and trimming and fitting and all that neat stuff. Okay, so we're done working on the car. Now let's take a trip back in time a couple of days and check out the runs at the track. So the first thing you're going to see is the 2020 that we did the Hellion twin turbo kit on, the fuel system and all that other jazz. So it has problems, and the problems are related to the tune or the tune for the transmission. It is apparently programmed, or actually not even tuned at all, to shift too late, as in still stock settings as far as the shift points are concerned. Now, if you watch the first run, this is on a peak of 6.1 pounds of boost. Didn't really change anything, didn't do anything to it. The tune is exactly how it was on the dyno, and that's probably how it's gonna be. I think it's 1083 at 132 or 133 or something like that. I say it in the video, but I think that's what it was. Anyways, not really upset about it. I mean, that's pretty good. I think I mentioned in the video I expected 1070s, but whatever, that's close enough. One thing to note about this pass, and you can hear it pretty clear, at least on the 1-2 shift, it sounds like it's taking a little bit too long to shift, as in the car is kind of laying down a little bit, and maybe on the 3-4, I think. But anyways, check it out. More of you guys can figure out where we're at. We decided to come to the track for a little private rental slash test session. And we got a couple cars out here that we're working with. Mainly, actually a couple cars have been on my channel. The silver 4i Fox, the nitrous big block car, is back. I think we got some stuff figured out there. Got Tony's car out, the 2020 GT that I just did the Hellion twin turbo kit on, and the fuel system, anyways, all that neat stuff. We will be showing times on that one, or showing you the slips at the very least. So let's go check it out. All right, well, that's pretty good for the first pass. That was 6.5 pounds of boost, 1083 at 132.54 for the maiden voyage. That is almost exactly what I expected. I said a 1072, so I think we'll call that good. Maybe make another pass and work on routine and all that kind of stuff, but outside of that, can't complain. All right, next pass is Boost the GT. He was out there testing as well. I think he had a little grudge race set up the night after that. This was on Thursday night, a few nights ago. Don't really know for sure what it ran. I know that it's, I got a good idea, but it's fast. There's no doubt about it. Also, if you didn't know, he does have a YouTube channel. Do check out the link below. I'll put it in the description. Outside of that, let's go to the next one. Okay, so the silver car, the last time we had it out in the last video, I think even, the transmission met its unfortunate and untimely end. It also, I think it was the other way around. The torque converter came apart and it took the transmission with it, is actually what happened. So they changed converters and whatnot, but if you listen to it in this video, the converter is, sounds way too loose to me. Anyways, the backfiring and all the banging and all that business is taken care of. The car is actually making A to B passes now, which is good. It had some wiring connection issues on the MSD box, I believe. Anyways, let's roll that one. Okay, so here's where we have the problems. The last 3 passes on the blue car are all aborted passes. So I'll refer back to what I said on the first clip. The shift points are being commanded too late, and it hits the rev limiter and won't shift. When he lets off the gas, it goes into the next gear. He rolls back into the gas, and it carries on just fine. So I don't think you can hear it on the first couple of clips because of the loud Chrysler product in the other lane. But on the last one, you can hear it pretty good, I think. So check those out. And yeah, it's not good. Had big mile per hour, 140 and some change, 142 or 3 or something like that. Anyways, we're going to get that taken care of before we go to the next track day and see how it goes. All right, well, we got quite a bit done on Bob. Hopefully should be getting, I can't talk again. Hopefully we should be getting the engine out of the machine shop really soon, like maybe this week, fingers crossed. I got some welding and fab work and stuff to finish up on Bob before the engine is ready to go in, and the engine has to be put together as well. Anyways, so it only takes time. I've already spent all the money. I mean, I got all the parts, just need the time. Anyways, that sounds like a good place to end the video, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.